I'm not a breaking news channel, but this is super important. Tufts University released a statement on the kidnapping of their PhD student. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't want to butcher it, but there's something incredibly important in here pertaining to why they revoked her visa. It says she was a non-immigrant status violator. Why? Look at here. The United States believed that her presence in the country would result in potentially serious adverse foreign policy consequences to the United States. Now, why is it that former president Joe Biden went hard on the anti-protest, on the anti-freedom of speech? Because this is bipartisan. The kidnappings is bipartisan. So why is it? And I've been saying this since before the election. It is because the interest of national security within the government isn't the domestic security. It is the security of our foreign interests. So in that reality, when it comes to the Izzy scenario, it isn't humanitarianism. It is the fact that if we don't have a friend in that area, then we don't have a friend at all. So it's better to violate human rights. It's better to scramble and destroy the constitutional protections like the freedom of speech and the freedom to protest before we give up our defense and funding defense interests in the Middle East. Do you hear this? Do you hear this? That constitutional protections are being stripped from Americans, from this soil, because they think that it's going to make their foreign plans fail. It's going to make their foreign plans become compromised. It's going to affect their foreign plans. Why? Because people who know about these things from abroad, they're talking to Americans, and Americans are listening, and that's going to do bad when it comes to their foreign plans. An example of this is the East Timor G-side. East Timor is currently Timor-Leste, but in the 70s, in 1975, I believe, former President Ford and his state secretary, Henry Kissinger, went to Indonesia, and they basically gave a green light. There is a transcript. They gave a green light to Indonesia to invade East Timor, and further gave them the ammunitions to commit the genocide that they did in East Timor. Now, within that transcript, they say that they will be taking care of the optics when it comes to the United States and to make sure that Americans do not resist what's occurring. You understand that since technology has advanced, that means that they have to start taking on new perspectives of how they can narrate what they want in their foreign advancements when it comes to silencing the noises so that it doesn't disrupt it. What does that mean? What does that mean? For Joe Biden, that was the TikTok ban. Not just Joe Biden, it was bipartisan. It was also Donald Trump. That was the TikTok ban. It was the demonization of institutions who supported the protest, because they tell you that being anti-Zio is anti-Semitic. That's not true. Zionism is the belief that Israel deserves to exist, right? Something like that? Well, Israel exists. It exists. Why is it still trying to go into Palestine? It exists. Why doesn't it stay within its borders? Why does it have more than, 400,000 people living in the Palestinian territory of the West Bank and East Jerusalem? Maybe those numbers are off, but they have thousands of people illegally living as settlers in a foreign country. Yet their military has a presence in that sovereign state. Why? Why did we just allow for them to harm us with the USS Liberty? Why do we just allow for them to unalive Americans? Because at the forefront, it's this. Even Americans can have potentially serious adverse foreign policy consequences. And before they allow that, they'll send you to El Salvador. And this is the thing. Our liberation will only come when we as a people force our government to cut the umbilical cord of our relationship with Izzy. If Izzy fails to exist tomorrow, I don't care, because I'm American. This is my country over here, and they can take care of themselves. I'm tired of giving up my constitutional liberties to secure the interests of a foreign entity. That is a foreign entity. It is a foreign government. Israel is not my government. The Israelis are not my people. I love the Israeli Americans who exist here. I love the Jewish Americans who exist here. But your country is the United States of America. It is not a foreign country. If you believe that, then you're in the wrong country. Because see, Israel is not a constitutional person. They do not have constitutional rights. Why is it that Netanyahu has such control in ensuring that our government serves as his Gestapo to kidnap Americans and legal residents and people who are existing here on U.S. soil? Why is it that they can just revoke visas for the order of a foreign government? That is not America first. That is America last. This centering foreign projects over the domestic security, this is why we're here. This is not just Trump's fault. This is also Biden's fault. This is a historic fault of promoting the interests of Israel above that of Americans. And you should be pissed. You should be angry. You should be done with securing the security of a foreign country above that of our own. If it failed to exist tomorrow, I wouldn't give a fuck.